Well, really excited for the team. I thought probably amongst some really good opponents here in the non-conference that they're probably the second best team we've seen, outside of Ohio State. And so we just tried to frame it for the team as an opportunity to continue to get better, which we're doing. An opportunity to start to build an identity, continue to build an identity for ourselves, and an opportunity just to get a big win. It's hard to get big wins. You can win games, but to beat somebody that I think most folks look around and say they're probably better than you, that's hard to do. So really proud of them, really happy for them. Everybody should be able to have a Merry Christmas. And now we just have to be really mature over the break and come back close to where we're leaving in terms of our conditioning and all that other stuff. Well, I thought we prepared relatively well. We had to prepare for some zone defense for the last game, right? So we've been kind of piecemealing our zone prep for the last week, really. And so it just carried over into this game because we had to do it for the previous opponent too. So we prepared well. I thought we had a good plan. I thought the team, for the most part, executed really well the things we wanted to do against the zone. And I thought our interior passing in particular was really good, from one side to the other, finding open people, creating issues where they had to help, and then we had some weak side rebounds. All the stuff you try to do against that type of zone. So good execution. Credit goes to the girls. Well, I will say in general, I fully believe that it makes zero difference. But I do think if you can use it for motivational purposes, you do, right? There's a lot of psychology in the game. So there's some people out there somewhere, or some computer saying that we're this and they're that. So while it doesn't matter and it didn't have anything to do probably with the outcome of the game, our players knew that they were ranked 44th in the country. I made sure they knew. So does it matter? No. Did we still talk about it? Sure. The first half in particular, I thought my feeling going into halftime was like, all right, I want to try to get her calmed down because I thought she was struggling. And then I looked at the stat sheet and she had a double-double at halftime. And I'm like, man, I hope she struggles like that again in the second half. You need some balance. She's clearly our best interior scoring option. So we need her to be like that. But we did have good balance today when we were able to get into offense, which they make it a challenge to do that, just to get into your offense, let alone execute it once you are. So, good job by her. I thought Emma Schaefer gave good minutes as well, as she has done the whole preseason here. And then we had just enough on the perimeter, made just enough shots, timely. I thought Cece's 3 late was really big. Good balance by the group. My thinking was, I think we had maybe a 7-point lead, roughly 7 or 8. And my thinking was that if we could just get through the next couple of minutes and keep the lead where it was at least, hopefully expand it. But if we can get her 2 more minutes, then if she were to get a foul, maybe we had enough cushion with enough time gone to hang in. Because with the lineup they were playing with Hempfield at the 5, that was going to be a very difficult cover for Emma, because she's essentially a small, a big small forward, shoots threes and all that stuff. So that was kind of the thinking. Our option was to take her out and potentially let them dig into the lead, or leave her in, hope she can play clean for a few minutes, keep the lead where it is or expand it. And then if she were to foul in, say, the last minute, 2 minutes, the lead's enough to where that mismatch wouldn't hurt you. The plan was to start tie. We really just wanted to make her shoot 2s, which is easier said than done. You say, well, go pressure her, she'll dribble in and shoot. Not always. She's as good a player as we'll play against, I think. Can get her own shot from anywhere, can make any shot on the court. And I thought at what point was it? Third quarter, we really just lost our minds a little bit. Went under a ball screen, which was an absolute no-no. We kind of weren't in her space, meaning all the way out to where she had to drive it in. So we just made some mental errors on the scout. And, then obviously we ran some other folks at her. Caroline Dingler, big, strong, physical defender, and we switched a little bit. So overall, I think a really good job. That was certainly one of our 3 keys to the game, was to try to limit her. Can't stop her. You just hope that, if she gets 20, that it takes 20 or 25 shots. Try to make her as inefficient as possible.
Yeah, I feel like they were definitely trying to come get us, so we knew we had to just keep the ball popping. And I think at the end of the game, we did that really well. Obviously, I had that one turnover, but I think if we just move the ball, especially against these quick athletic teams with ball fakes and stuff like that, we can be successful. It means a lot, honestly. I mean, obviously there was some games like in the beginning that we wanted to get, Temple being one of them. Obviously we stuck with Ohio State for a long time, so just to have a good win under our belt like this is really important going into Patriot League play. Yeah, she's just really good around the rim, and we all trust her to finish layups. And I think Caroline especially was finding her inside. Marley was finding her and just getting her in good positions to finish at the rim. I mean, I think they're just all around good defenders. They're really long, so it's hard to kind of beat them off the dribble with how quick they are. But I think once we kind of just moved the ball and we got it in the right people's hands, that we made shots that we needed to make at the end of the day.
What are you going to do for Boston?
Just keep that same mentality. Obviously, we still are kind of focusing on this win, but we're going to have to move on and start, game planning for them. They have two big post players, so just like we did today, we're going to have to box out and move the ball and stick together as a team.